Hey, this is Jeff Karras, your behavior guy. I'm back. We've been talking about identifying why behaviors are occurring and looking at the functions. And then we talked about some interventions for that. And we talked about behavior mapping, which is a great strategy. If you didn't see that video, check that out. But another strategy to have your child, your student, take some accountability and do some restitution to try to fix the situation, whatever they had harmed with that behavior that they had exhibited, is to do a behavior reflection. It's easy to do a behavior reflection. Sometimes I would have some printed out that would have a few prompts, a few questions with some spaces for the student, the child to write the answer. You could just do it on the fly, ask a question, have them reflect on it. But after a situation kind of dies down and de-escalates, and once that child is calm, they should definitely do some restitution, because there has to be a consequence that helps fix the situation and get them back on the right track. So a quick behavior reflection you could do is you could just have a quick 3 questions. What had happened, what behavior had happened, or what was the situation that occurred. Have them do a quick reflection of what happened, give their words, their feedback, their perspective of what happened. And then the next question you could ask is, when that behavior happened, who did it affect, or who did it hurt, or how did it damage the relationship with that person? To have them think about that, because typically when a behavior occurs, it does kind of impact a relationship negatively, whether it's with a parent, with a teacher, with another child. So have them think about, who did that impact negatively, or who did that harm a relationship with? And then the most important question is, what are you going to do, or what steps are you going to do to fix that relationship or to fix the situation? And then that way they can reflect on what they need to do to fix it, because then they're actually doing some work to get things back to the way they should be, so we can move on. Another thing you could ask, if you wanted to do another question, is, if this were to happen again, or if you were to feel this way again, what could you do differently? Great reflection questions. Those 3 or 4 questions are really the top questions you need to have them really take accountability, reflect on, and make a positive change in that behavior. All right, this is Jeff Karras, your behavior guy. I'll see you later.